Are you serious? Are you serious? There's some issues taking place out there around the world. One in Singapore this morning, 500 people had to be evacuated as a fire broke out in a luxury hotel in downtown Singapore. Good news is nobody was injured. They got the people out of there in time. A fire breaking out, black smoke billowing from the Grand Hyatt Hotel near Orchard Road, right there in that shopping district area of Singapore. 500 people, middle of the night, got them all out of there. Nobody got hurt, and the fire is still being fought. The firefighters are on the scene. So thank God for that. Now, in Sweden, 5 people have been injured after a huge explosion rocked Sweden this morning. The blast took place in an industrial area close to Stockholm. It was so explosive, it rocked the apartments and the hotels in the near area, horrifying witnesses. And they say they were awoken at 1 a.m. as the explosion rattled their windows and doors. Thick black smoke billowing over Stockholm this morning as the police launch a probe to establish the cause of this explosion. 5 people have been injured. At least 2 rushed to the hospitals in serious condition. We still don't know what caused this explosion. We don't know if this was a deliberate act of terrorism or not. And also, while that's going on, up in Canada, 200 people were cleared out of a downtown Calgary, Canada homeless shelter after a mattress caught on fire and at the Salvation Army's Center of Hope. And the good news is we got the people out of there without injury, but a mattress caught on fire on the 3rd floor of this homeless shelter in Calgary, Canada. And in Pakistan, a very sad situation developed. 42 children at an orphanage contacted food poisoning, and 27 of those children were sent to a nearby teaching hospital where they were provided with medical intervention and got much better. Reportedly, the condition of the 42 children at the orphanage deteriorated after they had their nightly meal. Many fell unconscious. Several started vomiting. The children were shifted to the teaching hospital where their stomachs were pumped, and the children's ward in charge are obviously saying they must have contracted some food poisoning. It made everybody sick. Now, we have an orphanage, as you know, at Publicly Prophecy Ministries in Pakistan that we take care of, and we have 2 in India that our ministry, and we really appreciate the fact that those of you who help us in this, it's greatly appreciated. So just know that when you give to Publicly Prophecy Ministries, you're helping us to pay the rent on that orphanage in Pakistan, and we also pay the rent on the orphanages, both of them, in India, and other things, of course, for the kids and for the 42 pastors that we support that preach the gospel of Jesus Christ throughout India. So again, our heart, I want the gospel to go out. I want to go out everywhere it can touch the world. That's why we're here. That's why we do what we do. That's why we're on YouTube. It's why we're on Patreon. It's why we're on all the other social media outlets, and why we're on television. And is to touch people's lives. And I'm here in Dallas, Texas, to touch people's lives and to preach the gospel. So would you pray for all of these different folks around the world? As you can see, there was one more story here for you. This happened in the United States. Actually, a 13-car train derailment. Police say that 11 of those Union Pacific train cars were empty. 2 were filled with scrap metal, so that we don't have to worry about any kind of major safety concerns. But that took place up near Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So anyway, a lot of things going on. Pray one for another. I'll be back with a live broadcast at 12 noon Eastern today. We'll get caught up on all of the world events, everything going on, and we're keeping a very close eye on what's going on in Venezuela and what's going on in the Middle East, as well as other parts of the world, and space, and Planet X, and the signs of the last days. I'll be back with more in just a moment.